Welcome into the Chasing Trails podcast, brought to you by St. John Trail Running and powered by Resilience Through Fitness. Join two middle-aged dads as they sit down and talk trail running, life, and everything in between. Now, here are your hosts, Jeff LeBlanc and Brandon Thompson. Welcome in, everyone. It's another episode of the Chasing Trails podcast. You're here with Jeff and Brandon on the eve of Loonie Loops. It feels like we've been building up to this race for a couple of months now, and it seems like it came way quicker than I wanted it to. So unlike Christmas when you're a kid, it took so long for Christmas Day to get here. Loonie Loops has snuck up on us pretty quick.
Snuck up. It's true.
That's right.
Yeah. It's snuck up for sure.
How do you feel, Jeff?
For it? I feel good in the sense that it's, like I said last week, it's the first time since February that I haven't limped every morning when I got up, and my Achilles feels good. My concern is that within a lap it's gonna not feel good anymore, but we'll see how that all plays out. I got a couple short gym workouts in this week, and got my garage all cleaned up and put back together, so I have no more excuses. Siding taking up my whole garage and garbage and stuff from the renos, and so I got my gym set up back in there, and so I don't have any excuses anymore in the morning, but to go out and get a little workout in. So I've been keeping it light this week to not have sore quads or anything like that for when we start the day, because I'm sure there'll be plenty sore afterwards. So we don't need to aggravate anything. So just been keeping it light, but it's been good. So we'll see.
Yeah, I got a couple gym workouts in. I'm back in the gym now, and so that's been feeling good. But I texted you. I was like, I'm not sure I want to work out my legs because I don't want to have dead legs going into the weekend. And so I've been kind of just doing upper body stuff right now and trying to do a little bit of cardio, and hopefully that will be enough to keep me moving and ready to go for the weekend. But it's on Saturday, I asked ChatGPT for a week's worth of workout heading into Loonie Loops, and so it had 3 days of legs and squat exercises in there for just body weight or light squats and stuff on Saturday morning. So my legs were a little tired this morning, a little bit achy in the quads, and I was like, that was a bad idea. but they're not I didn't do anything crazy. So hopefully it's just a little bit of activation for the quads to keep them used to doing some work, because they haven't been doing a lot in the last little bit. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So I kind of feel like this is the perfect race to run when you haven't run for a while, right? Because we can just take it at our own paces and just be able to enjoy it. And so I really feel no huge sense of pressure whatsoever going into this, which is wonderful because I'm usually stressed right out.
Right.
And, with this one,
true.
With this one, I'm feeling hey, this is going to be fun. We're going to have a great time, and we'll just take it as it comes, right? And try and get through the night. So that's kind of my goal. And we did say last week, our goals, what we're trying to accomplish, and those still stand. So I'm not shirking those, but I do think it's just going to be a lot of fun. So I'm super pumped for it.
My biggest thing this week is good bedtimes, good night sleeps, and I'm trying to stay away from one of my kids who came home from a weekend away last weekend with a cold. I'm I do not need a cold right now, so you don't come near me, don't touch me, don't talk to me. You stay on that side of the room. She's quite offended by it all. She's my most huggy kid. She's I want a hug. I'm no, you can't have one this week. On Sunday, right. You can hug me. But right now, we're not doing that. So, she's a little offended, but I'm not risking a cold. 4 days out from Loonie Loops.
Well, I have not been able to dodge that bullet. One of my daughters had a head cold at the beginning of last week, and so I've now caught that. It's not super strong. It's starting to go away, but I've been hitting the Advil cold and sinus pretty good. But at nighttime, it's just I'm sure I'm snoring because my head is just a solid block of mucus. But then once the day comes, it kind of works its way out. So it's been kind of it hasn't been so bad, but this week has not been a good prep week for me. Well, maybe it has been because I have been staying up really late. I've been staying up really late watching football, and so I guess I'm preparing my body to stay up late to run.
Yeah.
Sitting and
Telling
watching
two
football.
stories here. I
That's
was
right,
in bed
yeah.
last night at 8:30 on a Monday night. I was like, I'm not watching football. Go to bed quarter to
I didn't go
9.
to
You
bed
were
till
up till
11.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't stay up that late. I went to bed around 11:30, and then had to like calm down a little bit. So I read for a few minutes to get my brain settled down, and then went to bed around midnight. But it was and up at 6, so it was again another early morning. But it is what it is. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think we'll be ready no matter what. You and I, we're built for this stuff, right? 5 daughters, 6 daughters. If we weren't built for this to be up at weird times of the night, then I don't know what all those kids was for, because this is just what we're made for, right?
That's right. I
Actually,
mean, and if you're watching YouTube, you can tell that we have the epitome of the male physique. So
yeah, that's right.
we are ready
That's right.
for this challenge.
There's a reason I only have mine up to my head, right? Like, so if you're watching this on YouTube, like, you don't know this, but it's, appearances can be deceiving. That's all I can say.
That's right.
But anyways, today we've got the race director for Loonie Loops, Mark McColgan, is going to come on. He's going to talk a little bit about the race and give us some tips on how to get the best out of our race day, and to be able to kind of have some great success there. And so it's always a great chat with him. Love having a conversation with him. And so without anything else, we're going to throw it to him, because we've got to go get ready for our race and start packing all our gear. And so we hope you enjoy the conversation, and we will turn it over to him now. All right, everyone. It is great to welcome in once again Mark McColgan, our fearless leader at St. John Trail Running, organizer of Loonie Loops, which is happening this weekend. As you listen to this episode, we're on the eve of Loonie Loops, and so hopefully you guys are all getting your rest and getting prepared to run around in circles and come to the biggest trail party in the Maritimes. We're excited for it. So welcome, Mark. It's great to have you on the show again.
Thanks, guys. Pretty pumped to talk about Loonie Loops. It's
Yeah.
I'd hate to say it's my favorite, but I think it might be.
All right. So if you're like, it's like picking your favorite child, right? Like, you can't say it out loud, but there's probably one that you probably like a little bit more. But
yeah, I mean, it's hard to go
understand.
against Bootstrap. I think that was the original baby. But I think Loonie Loops is it's just like you said, it's a full on trail party. It's just hanging out with all your friends for 24 hours, and the lack of sleep is pretty crazy that weekend, but it's a blast. I have so much fun with it.
Yeah. And so as you're kind of getting ready for it, how's it been coming together? Has it been, we don't know anything about race directing. We just show up and enjoy it. I'm sure for you, it's probably a totally different story. So how's it been pulling together so far?
Pretty good. It's funny because like it's always the week of where I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what, I feel pretty good. Like, everything's all set. I've got everything all ready to go. It's all planned out on what I'm going to do. And then as I sent you guys a message today, I got the bomb dropped that the timing's not going to do what I want it to do. So without getting into too much complications on that, I was pretty stressed all day, but I did find a solution. So now tomorrow is going to be a full day of learning a new software ahead of Saturday. So I've got to go through this new. It's basically like it's our timing software is works great. Like, it's chip timing. It works awesome. But their scoring solution to give results and all that is not ideal. So I'm using a new, it's kind of like a plugin that's going to cost a little bit of money, but it'll also, the silver lining of this is it'll give us the live timing that I've always wanted to have. So we'll be able to now have live timing, so your friends and family can watch, every lap you come in, they can see where you're at, which is pretty cool. And that also gives us the ability to stream it on site. And I don't know if we'll get there this year, but it's definitely an idea that I've been wanting to do since the start, is to basically just have our results kind of on a ticker chart going through as the race is going on, so people know where they're at. I found last year it was kind of tough to know where people were. So our solution this year for that is actually I bought a whiteboard, and we're going to put a whiteboard up at the aid station, and every 3 hours. So basically, the halfway point of every race, as well as an hour before the finish of every race, we're going to list who the top three are for the open division and the female division,
Yeah.
and where they are for laps. So it'll give kind of other people who have been tracking in their heads or whatever they're at, they'll know, what they need to do to catch up. So I
Yeah.
think that's kind of what we'll do. It's kind of like the dirt bag way of doing it this year until we get the nice fancy screen and stuff put up. But yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, everything's coming together pretty good. Amber's always, as she said on her appearance, always last minute Amber, and she's given her. She's got all kinds of ideas that I don't even know what they are, to be honest.
Right.
But she's got them all in her head, and she's banging those out. So there's
Wow.
been some late nights this week for sure, and that's going to continue. But that's fine. That's what it's all about.
On the St. John Trail Running Instagram page, there was like this picture of this like board with all these like holes drilled into it, and you were asking like, what is this for? Best, your best guess. And there were some pretty wild guesses. I could even guess some of the inappropriate ones, I think, but it was just even. Are you ready to spill the beans on what the board was for yet, or is that you have to show up to find out?
So no, you don't have to show up to find out, and it might be gone by now, but the answer was in there. So
was it in there? Did I miss it?
Yeah, in one of the responses,
shoot.
the answer was there, and I did say this to Amber too. I said, because she's like, "Oh, they're gonna know now," because it was the only one I didn't say no that it wasn't it.
Oh man!
So
Sneaky.
Yeah, two people actually guessed. I posted one of them.
Okay.
But no, we'll leave that as a surprise. All of Amber's ideas are good to keep as a surprise because they're really cool. But other than that, some of the stuff that I can divulge,
Yeah.
I'll go through that if you want me to. Just to
Sure.
give you an idea. So, as most people will know, probably most of this because of the athlete guide that's been put out. But one of the cool things that I think I've talked to you guys about this before, but the 20-piece steel drum band that we got coming.
I am so pumped for that. I am so pumped for that. It's going to be so good.
Me too, man. I'm so obsessed. Like we saw them in St. Andrews probably 3 years ago. And I don't know what it is with Congo drums. Like I just feel like I'm in the Caribbean when I hear them. Like,
yeah, man.
It's just one of those things that I'm not from the Caribbean, but it like makes me feel at home when I hear them. It's weird. But just to see them rock it out, it's pretty cool. So
my kids are even excited for it. So
yeah, well, it was cool that your story too, that you just randomly met somebody whose aunt or something is playing in the band.
That's right.
Yeah, that's cool. So it'll be pretty cool to have that. So they're actually going to play for 3 hours, I believe, from 1 to 4. I'm still a little stressed about the logistics of 20 people in the band and 20 pieces of equipment and how we're gonna get that there, but we'll get that there. We'll figure it out. They might have to be inside the picnic shelter, depending on they can't play in the wind or the sound doesn't carry properly, and they can't play on uneven ground because obviously their equipment. So I'm hoping we can put them in the gravel space just outside of the picnic shelter where the registration is, but we might have to put them inside, which is fine. It's open air, so you'll hear them everywhere. It's just I love when they're part of the kind of the crowd and everybody running by, and I know they'll like it too. Like they'll like being able to see people running by. So that's one cool thing. And actually, one of the bandmates is Tim Barry, the winner from year 1. His mother is in that band as well, so it's pretty full circle moment that she was there crewing for the 24 hours on that first year on the monsoon year, and she's back playing steel drums now, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And then later on, we have Frank James, who I've never actually heard, but I've heard he's been doing it for a very long time, like the circuit around town.
Yeah.
And he came very well recommended, and he's got a lot of friends in our community. So, and he was really cool when I reached out. He said he'd give back, or he'd give us a cheaper rate because of the donation portion, which was
Mm-hmm.
really cool. So he's playing from 6 to 9. So we've got about 6 hours of live music, which will be
That's
pretty cool.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was really cool to have that. And then some of the favorites from last year, we got the PR gong, so
Yeah.
that's back. So anybody who gets their PR, not just at Loonie Loops, but their PR from any race that they've ever done, once they hit that, they get to smash the gong, which is pretty cool. I'm sure you guys remember, you could hear that like
Yeah,
pretty
man.
much around the entire lap last
Yep.
year. So it really, like, as soon as somebody hears it, everybody goes crazy. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's right.
So that's back. The gear shuttle's back. So Amber's dad's actually going to be running that. So Brandon, you had that job last year.
Yeah, man, that was a sweet job too. It's kind of stressful because there's a lot of cars and stuff you got to dodge around and carry gear, but it was fun. It was a good chance to meet people.
Yeah, it'll be a little different this year because all the parking is actually on the same side now, so you don't have to cross the street and stuff like you did last year.
Nice.
But it's still going to be tough because the road is a little narrow in there, so you're going to have cars coming. But he did it the first year, and he did a great job. So I think he'll have fun with that. And it is. I think there's a lot of people coming Friday night too, so it won't be as crazy, I think, Saturday, which is nice. But you're right. There's a lot of gear. There's a lot of people. Like, people bring their friggin' house to this thing. Like,
I know.
it's crazy, but it's awesome. It's good to see. Like, I love having everybody in there. It's just so cool. So yeah, the gear shuttle. We got a lifeguard again this year. So from 12 to 6, the lifeguard was helping kids last year, like put life jackets on, put them in boats. They were able to kayak around. I don't know if they'll have the inflatable, like, play pen or whatever they have there. It's still up now, I think, so they might, which would be awesome. So people can go out and do whatever they want. Obviously, runners are not going to take too much advantage of it, but people that are doing the 6 hour have a couple hours that they can deal with that. So that's cool. This year, something new that we're doing. Jeff was reaching out about that earlier on Facebook. We've got a wall of fame this year. So what we've decided to do, so anybody who gets 100K or above, we've printed these flags, yellow and black flags, just like the Loonie Loops colors. And it has the year at the top, the distance, the laps you did, and your name at the bottom, full name at the bottom. And they're going to be displayed along the chute. So I think this year
that's
we'll
cool.
put it all on the bridge. So everybody that's gotten 100K or over, and there's one white flag, and the white flag is 100 miles. And Cody has that one. So anybody who gets 100 miles will have a white flag, and then everybody else will have a yellow or a black one. And I think there was 17 people over the last 2 years that have gotten over 100K. So it'll look pretty cool, all displayed.
That
we
will
wanted
look
to
cool.
try to do them above everybody when you run through, but it's the logistics of trying to tie it to something on one side's fine because there's a bunch of trees, but on the other side there's nothing. So I think we'll just do it along the chute, which would be pretty cool. New this year is the hoodies that we've got on the store. And I know it's sad, Jeff or Brandon, you didn't get what you wanted for birthday.
Don't even get me started on don't even get me started because it's a sore spot for me. So I'm just gonna be doing some shopping myself.
Yeah, you might have to. Yeah, on the store we have limited edition Loonie Loops like hoodies, like we offered the first year. But there's a cool design that Amy in the community did. It's kind of inspired off Loonie Loops or Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of loons running across. It's really cool. You can see it on the website. Exact same hoodies that that I have on now that we did the first year, the same brand, but just a cool new design. So those are being sold until the end of September, actually, and $5 from every purchase on our store will go directly back to the Y. So it'll go to the donation portion that we've given them through the race, which is pretty cool. It just gives us an opportunity to raise more money for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much, I think, it for the new stuff, aside from everything Amber's got going on, which is generally the favorite part. She makes it real fun. She's definitely the creative one. So a lot of those things going on, and the aid station will be again top notch. Amber has control over that, so there'll be lots of food and warm food and cold food and candy and all that good stuff. So
yeah,
we're
hoping not to spend as much time at the aid station this time, but we'll definitely partake. I'm sure we'll make a few stops along the way.
Now you got a goal. You got to go after that 100K to get on the Wall of Fame.
That would be pretty sweet, honestly. That's pretty tempting.
Yeah.
A question for you though: how will the scoring go for like the trail series? How will it work with Loonie Loops? So like, will we still get points for like every kilometer that we like? I can't remember all the details. Can you refresh that for me?
Yeah, sure. That's actually why Loonie Loops is one of the best ones to be in, to kind of get bumped up in the series. It how it works is it's still based off your position where you finish.
Yeah.
So there'll be a percentage of points awarded to you based on the top finisher. So the closer you are to the top finisher, the better you are going to get for points.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, there's bonus points awarded. So it's 1 point per kilometer. So you do 100 kilometers, that's 100 extra bonus points. So there's no other race that we do outside of the longest one we do is Romp and Rockwood, where you could have gotten 50 bonus points, right? So anything above 50, you're into some bigger numbers that you wouldn't get at any of our races. So that's basically how it works there. Same as every other race. The only difference is that the bonus points are greater than any other race that we put on if you attain that level.
Right.
But that's the good thing about this race. It does turn into a race where it's PRs for everyone. Like it turns into the most distance they've ever got, which is really cool. I love that part of this race for sure.
Yeah. And it is really like, if you want to get points in the series, like this is the race to run in, because you're going to like, the cap is way higher for this one than it is for like bootstrap or pulley or any of those kind of races where it's got a set distance. So
definitely
you got to get on there because, well, it's too late now. It's going to happen. You've missed your time. So
too bad because
that's right.
There was probably about I think there was about 10 people looking to transfer, so 10 more people could have got in, but nobody was taking the bite, which is too bad. We're actually over what we originally set out to do. So I never want to go above 200 in this race. I think it's a great number. It just, you feel like you're with all your buddies. Like it's just a really nice small race for that. But this year, because Capes was canceled with the wildfires, we did invite anybody from Nova Scotia that was training for that wanted to get in to come do our race. So we're at 211 now, which is quite a substantial. It's almost 100 more than we'll have last year.
Wow.
That we had registered last year. So it's going to be a little more packed in the space, but it can handle it. Like we've got a lot of room there, especially for the start finish. The trail might be a little compact at the beginning of the race, but it should spread out pretty good. And that's kind of one thing that people should note if they're doing this race, is to pay attention to people coming behind you and just giving way to them, because there are people that are just going to hike it all, to just kind of like take it easy, not push too hard. But there are people that are going after 100 miles, 100K. So just giving way to those people to kind of let them keep on their stride will be important. And I'll mention that on race day too. But
because you got big guys like us who will take up the whole trail with our massive hulkiness. But
I was going to say, not based on speed. We're not taking up room on speed. We just take up the entire single track. You need a double track when you're passing us, for sure.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It'll give you a break to step to the side.
That's right. Just tap us on the rear. Just tap us on the rear and let us know that you're coming, so we can move out of the way.
Yeah.
But it is. I just remember like that. The bottleneck going up onto the 90 meters of climb or whatever. I can imagine with like 200 people now, that'll be just even better. Just a chance for us to slow down and get up that hill nice and easy. So I'm looking forward to the extra time. So
that's good to know. It's actually, I want to ask you guys. Like I don't get on course, so I have to ask people all the time like what it's like. So did you find is that where it bottlenecked the most? Did you find or
so right at the very beginning when there's like that little windy spot leading up, but before you cross the little creek there or whatever, that was a pretty big bottleneck, and then the climb itself was, but people would just get out of the way to the side.
Really, only on the first lap though. Like,
yeah, it did spread out.
I ran like 18 loops last year, and I don't remember being stuck behind anyone the entire time. Now I got off and let lots of people pass me on a regular basis, like Cody and. Any of the guys that were running the longer distances passed me quite a few times, but I don't remember anyone really being that bottlenecked after the first maybe lap or two, maybe the first 2 laps. But yeah, so I think it spreads out pretty good. I don't think that's a concern.
It's good to know. You do get people dropping, after 3-4 laps, they'll start dropping. So yeah, I assume the first lap, and this year will be even more. Like it's definitely going to be pretty packed. So anybody who is looking at going after like a longer distance, that first lap, they might want to get out front at least.
Yeah. Especially on the dirt road section, right? Where you go into the woods. Like that's a good long section where if you're going to try to finish that first lap in 20 minutes, you're going to want to be at the front of that line for sure. And some of the guys will do it in 20 minutes, but they'll need to be at the front of that line. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of having, a prize. I don't know if we have anything yet, but so this isn't guaranteed, but I was thinking about having a prize because Amber has the record on the lap right now overall over men and women.
Yeah, it's
like 17 minutes or something. You ask her and she has no idea what it is, but I look at that stuff. But I was thinking of having a record, so if anybody beats that, or the first person I guess that beats that during the race, because then it's like those people that are fast are like, should I do it? Is this going to hurt my race later or not? So I don't know if I want to do it, but we'll see. It would be interesting to see somebody go after it.
So it's safe from Brandon breaking it, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Look out. That'd be my one lap. If I did it in 17 minutes, that'd be it. I'd be done. It'd be one glorious moment. And then I'd burn out, but it'd be great.
Hey, if you can do that lap in 17 minutes, you're going to get high fives.
So you're not even making it to the hill in 17 minutes, but
no, that's right. Like, I'm going to be at the back of the line.
Close, so.
Yeah. Okay, so Mark, you've seen this a couple times now, and as people kind of get their game plan ready, do you have any tips or tricks? We kind of hinted at one here about getting into the front of the line if you're interested in actually avoiding some of the bottlenecking. But is there anything else that you would recommend for people who are running it, like how to navigate it, make it through with some level of success?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I just said to blast out and try to beat Amber's record because probably one of my first things would be to pace yourself properly, especially if you're in it for the long haul. Like, there's no need to get caught up in, like, even if there is a bottleneck, enjoy it. Like, enjoy it the first few laps because you're not going to get it for the rest of the race, and you're going to have to do it yourself. So I do think like maintaining your own pace, keeping things slow at the start. There's lots of time. Even if you're in the 6 hour, you got 6 hours out there. So, take it easy. There's no need to blast. If you're feeling good halfway through, maybe pick it up. Or even, when you've got 80% done, that's the time to kick it into gear. If you have something left, you can get through some laps quick, especially when there's not as many people on the route, right? So I think that's probably one good one. fueling yourself. I mean, you've got an aid station every 3.1 kilometers. You know, fuel properly. There's no need, like you guys were talking about whether to carry a vest and stuff. There really is no need. Like, you know,
Yeah.
if you can carry things, if it doesn't bother you to carry things, carry it. Like Jeff's strategy is good. Like, you know, come in, eat some things, and eat it while you walk out of the aid station. You don't have to stand there and eat it all there. Just grab something and walk out and eat it along that double track or kind of road section to start. And then I think the biggest one that I know hurts a lot of people is trying to block out that there's a party going on around you.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like, it's
frick.
very easy to get caught up in that, to come into the aid station and it's fun, music's going, everybody's having a good time, laughing, joking. It's real easy to spend an extra 5 minutes there, 10 minutes there, you know, go sit down at your chair. Like, it's hard to not get caught up in that. And some people are pretty good at it. Like, I know Mark Gallant and Chris last year sat down, had a beer, and I walked over. I was like, "You guys done?" They're like, "No, no, we're just having a beer." Then they went back out, like, no stress, like just chilling. I mean, and that's fine. That was their goal. Like, they didn't care. They weren't going
Yeah.
after anything big. They were just there to have a good time, right? So if your goal is to get a PR, focus on that PR first. Once
Yeah.
you get it, then have fun, or, you know, or push even further. You know, it's just, don't get it caught up in the party, because mentally that's the toughest part about this race. Everything else is fairly easy. The course is a little tough, but it's doable. You know, the 3.1 kilometers, like, everybody can do 3.1 kilometers over and over again. Like, that's not too tough. You have an aid station there every 3 kilometers. Like,
Mm.
that's easy. You don't have to carry anything. You're pretty well stocked up. But that's also the hard part, because everybody's having a good time there. The whole you know, that what we're calling downtown Loonie Loops now is just going to be
That's right.
it's just going to be a party, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's that's the hardest. That's the biggest tip, is just to try not to get caught up in the party, unless
Yeah.
you want to.
Right. And I can just imagine, like, so for me, like, the idea of running like through the night is going to be something that I'm actually kind of excited about. Like, I've never done that before, so it's kind of novel to me. I may like live to regret those words, but I'm just kind of picturing what it's like to run down that downtown Looney Loops in like at like 3 a.m.
Yes.
and trying to picture how that will feel in my mind. Like, is it going to be like a big party at 3 a.m, or is it going to feel like a ghost town and you're just like lost and scared in the dark, or like, what's that vibe like? I know you've been there, so what does it feel like?
Yeah, it's gonna feel a little bit like a ghost town for sure. I
Everyone's
think
sleeping.
more so when you're on trail, like, you're gonna feel like you're by yourself out there, unless you buddy up with somebody. I
Yeah.
think you're gonna feel a little bit by yourself. And it's funny, because last year I was reminding people of that. Like, listen, you're not alone out there. Like, there's still 20, 30 people or something that are still out there. I know it feels like you're alone, but you're not. There's people still out there. And but when you get to the aid station, it's not the party that the day was, for sure. But it's, you know, we're trying to keep you going. There's a lot of chirps going on. We're making fun of you. We're trying to motivate you by making fun of you. It's easy for me to do, because I'm just standing around, not running at all. So, but it's definitely an experience. I think you should. That's a great goal, to be honest. And because you have that goal, I would almost, you know, look at your day and how your day's going. Like, don't, like, make it to the night. Like,
Yeah,
don't
right.
push yourself too hard during the day, because you know you want to go through and at least experience some of the night. So I would, you know, have a seat, take a couple hour break if you want. Like,
Done. Done. Sold.
Yeah,
Say no more. Say less. Say
Yeah.
less.
It's all in what you want. Now, that's not the best pro tip to give anybody, but
Right.
but your goal is different. Your goal is, you want to go through the night. You want to see the night. It's not like I want this distance. I'm sure you have those goals too, but it's more like I want to see what it's like to run through the night. And honestly, it is a cool experience. I think you should experience that. It's 3 a.m., 4 a.m. out there is something else. And the other thing is when you come out the other side of that, it feels better than anything you've ever felt. So if you make it through that night, you're going to get to 10 a.m. for sure. Because once that sun comes up, it's like you're a whole new man.
Right.
For sure. I'd love to see you get through some of that night. You're gonna experience something.
Yeah, right. I didn't make it till like 3 a.m. last year, but I made it till I think it was 11:30 when I called her quits. One of the things that I found was neat was I don't remember if you said it to me or if you'd said it before. Maybe when we did our preview last year about not actually being alone out there. But when you look across the lake at night, you can actually see the headlamps going through the woods. And so when you look around the lake, you're like, oh, look, they're spaced out, but there's like 7 or 12 headlamps out on the trail and you can see them going. And it's a neat experience to be like, oh, well, I'm not actually in the woods alone. And it kind of lowers that anxiety level about being in the woods alone in the dark. Yeah. Right. And I found both times, I think I only did 2 laps or maybe 3 laps in the real like dark, but every time I was at the aid station, someone else was going out too. So for at least part of the lap, I had someone to talk to because, I mean, they usually drop me and I was by myself after a bit, but there was definitely opportunity to chat with someone for a little bit while you're headed out. So. Well, but it was a fun experience.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you've got people with all different goals, right? So some people might just be like Boone Keck. I think he comes and he just walks every single lap. He's a very strong hiker, but like I don't know if he runs at all because he's always dealing with injuries. He just loves this event. He comes out. He does 24 hours every year. You saw his shirt last year. He had Mark made me do this. Yeah, yeah. The guy's awesome. But like you get in with somebody like that, and you just go out and you hike it. You just get through it together. Like it's good to have multiple people out there that are doing different paces. And like you said, even if you just start with them, it gets you out there. And then you're not going to turn around, right? So you're like, well, I might as well do one more. And then you get to the aid station again, and somebody else is like, hey, you might as well come out with me. And you go out with them, and they drop you again, and you just, I got to finish this by myself now. But that's what it's all about. I love it.
Well, if you go out with me, Jeff, I won't drop you. So we've got that. So.
Yes. And by the time you feel defeated in that lap, you might as well keep going, right? Because it's longer to go back than it is to keep going, probably. That's with a 3-kilometer loop. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm sure we'll do a few laps together, Brandon, in the night. I'm sure.
Oh,
sure.
I so want to see you two go through that full night. That would be awesome. I would love it.
Well, you'll know if I quit early, it's when I grab a beer. So
yeah.
That's what happened last year. I was like, I'm just going to have a beer and go back out. No, it did not happen.
That's the tough thing with the 24-hour. If you really want to do the whole thing, you really got to be committed to not partying, really, not having a good time. You got to just plug away at doing those loops.
It's been a long time since I've had a breakfast beer, but hey, maybe this Sunday will be the day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
and I should mention, because we are talking about beer. I didn't mention yet that Trailway is going to be on site. So there's going to be actually a lot more options this year. It's going to be canned, so we're not going to have draft or anything. So there's going to be like IPAs, lagers. They've got non-alc option as well, which is really good. And
it is a great non-alcoholic beer. I agree.
Yeah, very good. And all their beer is delicious. And a vodka lemonade drink that I haven't tried yet, but it looks friggin' delicious on their Instagram. I know it's easy to make it look good, but it looks great. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of good stuff through them this year.
Jeff, you better stay away from the vodka lemonade. I can see that derailing your race pretty quick.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, that's right. Nice.
I'm excited. The non-alc beer though, that's just carbs. That's just with a burger. Yeah, it's a kombucha with a burger. That's all that is. That's gonna be great. I'm actually excited for that option.
Yeah.
Actually,
And sorry, go ahead, Mark.
sorry. Now that you mentioned the barbecue, I should mention that is back again this year too, from 5 to 7. So we'll have that fired up. We got some great people working that too, so it's going to be a good
And
time.
is there breakfast sandwiches in the morning?
So no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
breaking news.
I know, because you guys have been talking about it, and I felt terrible every time you mentioned it. So there is going to be breakfast. However,
Okay.
All right.
I must say, I don't know if it's because I got it like after it wasn't hot or something last year, but I thought those breakfast sandwiches were absolutely disgusting. And I was like,
Jeff loved it.
yeah.
I mean,
I was like,
after a whole night of running, like I could eat the south end of a northbound skunk and be like, "Hey, that was good stuff." So I don't disagree; they were a little bit underwhelming, but I made a donation and I had some breakfast. So
yeah. So there is. I think this year we're going to be doing like bagels with cream cheese and like little more. I just thought people are going to be eating sugar all night and like all this garbage, that maybe something a little more fresh. And it wasn't super popular last year. Like I think people just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
So we're doing it again this year, but it is going to be different. It's not going to be the actual McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. There's something about McDonald's sponsoring athletic events that just
doesn't sit right
with me. Like we do it for like the Olympics and stuff like that. It just, for some reason, it just really bothers me. So when I saw that last year, because the Y organizes that, which we really appreciate, and it's awesome. But when I saw that, I was just like, yeah, maybe that wasn't the best option. But anyway.
I was actually going to ask you tonight if you were doing breakfast sandwiches again, if you could have a Big Mac there for me when I finish the race. So I guess that's a no, but that's okay. I'll get one on the way home.
We'll get you a Big Mac. Don't worry about that. Just you though.
Yeah, that's right. Only you. Yeah, we'll keep it in our tent or whatever. But yeah, no, that's it should be a great race. We're looking forward to being there and being a part of it. And we're super pumped. I mean, we got great sponsors for the whole thing, with Fundy Coast Counseling and
Yes.
Trailway and all those great, made with locals and River and Trail.
Trail.
It's fantastic to be able to give them a shout out. They do so much for the trail running community, so we're really appreciative of that too.
Yeah, and thanks for mentioning them, because I did want to mention them, but you forgot the most important one: Chasing Trails.
Yes, that's
They're
right.
also a
Chasing
sponsor.
Trails. So
I actually still have your banner, guys, so don't worry, it'll be there.
Fantastic. Can you just get someone to set it up for us? Because we always seem to have a huge problem with that.
Oh, I saw you guys struggle, so we'll
yeah, that's right. It's pretty embarrassing, but it is good. I'm glad that you have it still. So we're looking forward to it, and we're pumped, and hopefully those of us who are listening and running will be able to listen to this while we go through the trail. Maybe it'll be a good little podcast to listen to at 3 a.m. to kind of cheer you up and pump you up a little bit. And we hope that you enjoy it. So, Jeff, anything else you want to throw in before we wrap up?
No, I'm good.
You're good.
I'll just say, if you are listening to this during Loonie Loops, one more lap.
That's right.
One more lap.
I love it. Love it. With that, thanks, Mark, for being here. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, Jeff. That was our conversation with Mark. And it just got me thinking, as we wrap up this episode, if people are listening to this on the trail as they go and do their Loonie Loops, what kind of words would you share with them? What kind of encouraging words would you share with them as they would go around? What would you want to hear, I guess, is another way of saying it.
I don't know, just like, nice encouraging things as you go by, or just have a quick conversation to take your thoughts away from the pain. But yeah, it's only 3 kilometers. Always try to do one more lap than I think you can, and see where you're at.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think if I was talking to someone, I just want to let them know that they're doing a great job. You're listening to this right now. You're probably questioning your choices in life.
It's true.
But just think about the fame and the glory that will come from when you finished all your loops, whether it's for 6 hours or 12 hours or 24 hours, you did it. Way to go. And good job. You should be proud. So everyone, we hope you have a great race. And for those of you who aren't able to join us on the course, you should come down, check it out. It'll be fantastic at the Glenn Carpenter Center. Listen to some steel drums, listen to some cover tunes, and enjoy some lots of fun, right? And so we just want to encourage you to do that too and be a part of the big party. So
bring some cash with you. Give a donation to the YMCA.
Exactly.
Buy a beer. Do something like that.
Support the kids. And we'll see you soon and keep on chasing the trails. 2, 3, 4.